So the gloves are off as two of Sao Paulo's biggest beasts prepare to do battle. Corinthians and Palmeiras have plenty of history, plenty of titles and silverware between them. You can just feel the electricity in the air here. This is one highly charged occasion. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So bring it on.
Well, it's certainly going to be huge, Peter. The demands, both physical and mental, on these players out there will be massive, and there's going to be a big responsibility on both captains to keep the players in check.
Shot a goal! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, I'm going to highlight somebody with special talents, maybe a special mentality, and it's this guy, Emi Martinez. As a goalkeeper, he is just a big presence. He's a big strength in the team, and we know he has a reputation for gamesmanship. He has a reputation of trying to get in the heads of his opponents, and it all comes with a lovely personality and a different character, and it's good to see that in the game.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. He leaps for it! Kondogbia tries to clear. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Costa did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Cherki! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Cherki certainly looked like he fancied himself to pull that off. A bit more composure and it would have been a different story, Peter.
So Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
That looks a decent ball. There's the shot! And for a moment, time stood still.
And this is why almost every team presses from the front these days, Peter. If you get it right, it creates more chances.
It's a lovely, neat pass. And he stands tall, impenetrable. Cherki. Now who's going to be first to this? This is a promising build-up. Oh. It's Gabriel Jesus! Perilously close. He's had it taken off him. Cherki. And here's Solot. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Palmeiras have definitely started much the stronger. They're far more creative.
Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Great ball if he can get there. Can he finish? Goal! Corinthians! And we have liftoff. well-done, sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Corinthians have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
Zaniolo was only too happy to help out in defence.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Can he get it through? And he was quick to react. Jeffrey Kondogbia.
Palmeiras truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Chance, surely! Well taken goal. They are purring, truly purring. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
Corinthians are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
And here's Sorlot. Oh, it's come loose. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Gabriel Jesus. Cherki aims beyond the defence.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Cambiasso. He has a look up. Cherki! Oh, easy pickings there.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Throw it. Oh, that's a fine interception. So, a temporary halt to the action. Reflections on the first half?
Palmeiras really are lucky not to be down by more, Peter. The manager's going to have to come up with something a little special to lift these players. Otherwise, this one's as good as done.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive. Everything you'd expect from Derby Day. So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest.
Foi primeiro tempo fantástico para o nosso time. Dentro de instantes, mais 45 minutos de jogo. Substituição em andamento.
So we're underway for the second half.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Palmeiras do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
Cherki really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Real chance! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Corinthians find a position of real strength now. Cherki.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
And that's a simple one for the keeper. Surlot. Now it's Openda. And he plays one through. Cambiasso. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Just about up to the hour now. Palmeiras are looking to break at pace.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Gomez gets across to intercept that. And here's Zaniolo. And here's Jones. Now it's Bailey. Takes a shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Substituição no time do Corinthians.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Camisa 11. Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 18. Camisa 21. Camisa 37. Teremos uma substituição.
Here's Openda. Kostic finding himself in space. That's very neat. Openda! Oh, extraordinary.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Palmeiras are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Kostic was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. It's a good run he's making out on the left. That'll be a throw. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. And he's managed to get free. Casado.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And it's Bui. He can run onto that.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
That's Matias Pereira. Casado. And it's Bui. And the return pass. Now it's Menu. And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. And he's going to have his name taken. Jeffrey Kondogbia. Knocks it into space. Oh, such a clever touch. Now it's Menu.
Palmeiras really have been second best here, second to every ball, and they can't have any complaints about where they are now. The good thing is they haven't given up. but it's not...
And he shoots! Oh, just lacked a decent finish. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Indica. Casado.
Teremos 3 minutos de
Added time going
acréscimo.
up here, it's 3 minutes. Matias Pereira, it's a threatening ball. Chance! Matias Pereira and Gabriel Jesus. Now that's a lovely exchange. And that is that. Palmeiras cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling, at times unplayable, who simply brushed them off. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Yeah, well, I've been on the losing side in games like this, and I can tell you it really does hurt. It's about the fans, and when you let them down...